Clips, clips.
Alrighty, YouTube's another one of Kip's Clips. So, with the Cult War, aka the UK general election in early December just round the corner, I think today is the official first day of electioneering campaigning up and down the UK. And between now and the vote on, what is it, the 8th or the 12th of December? I think it's the 8th. Getting mixed up. Anyway, early December. You're going to see... you're going to see both sides, all sides, use every trick in the book to engage with you emotionally to get you to perceive they're the good guy and they're the bad guy. Politics, it's all about perception. All about perception. It doesn't matter what you do, what you don't do, who you do support, what you don't support, how good you are, how bad you are. It doesn't matter. It's about how you can make yourself be perceived. Now, this is a good example of a topic that will be used, and in my opinion, this shows you that this is disgusting. It shows you the level. It shows you how low politics in general, every single one of them, just politics, full stop, has sunk. Right? And what I mean by that is you now have the deaths of, oh God, I forgot how many people died at Grenfell, right? Now getting used, it was used for fucking conspiracy electioneering when it happened. It was ISIS, it was the right wing, it was this, it was that, everybody jumping on it and blaming other people's enemies so that the perception in some people would lead them down a garden path. And the exact same thing is now happening with the electioneering around the election. Now, I'm just not a fan of politicians, full stop. Because of my own biases and stuff, I would say I'm particularly not a fan of the elite politicians, the Eton, the Cambridge mob, the Conservatives, Jacob Rees-Mogg types, marbles in his mouth, born with a silver spoon in his ass. Shit, pretty sure that's what you say. For obvious reasons. But I can't let my biases and my opinions sway what I'm seeing here. And I'll play this clip to you. You may have woke up and you've heard Jacob Rees-Mogg calling all the Grenfell people stupid. They shouldn't have listened to the fire brigade. They should have just came out that building. Disregard what the fire brigade said. Just come out your building and it's common sense. Yous are all stupid. Now, if you go to the BBC page, who, in my opinion, this is a hit piece to change people's perception or to add to people's perception that Jacob Rees-Mogg is a cold-hearted, elitist scumbag who doesn't care for anybody apart from him and his rich mates. That well may be true, but that isn't what he said in the interview they're all now pointing to try and propagate that perception. And I'll show you, and listen very carefully what the guy... I'm telling you about my biases towards rich politicians and the elite politicians, because I'm certainly not defending this guy. I just can't go along with the bullshit. He came out and started saying the victims of Grenfell and all that were stupid. They should have just disregarded what the fire brigade done, common sense and all that stuff, because it's not what he said. And this is the spin and conjecture and bullcrap that comes out from all sides. Now, what sticks in macro is you have the left pointing to the right and going, look, they're uncaring scumbags. They don't care about the poor people. They're uncaring scumbags, let them. But yet they're willing to use the events of Grenfell, the victims of Grenfell, the survivors of Grenfell as a political football. Right? So they want in the perception the Conservatives don't care about the poor people, but when you actually look what they're doing, they don't give a shit either. They don't care that they're dragging up the deaths of fucking people's mums, dads, sisters, brothers, the rest of it, grannies, grandmas up. They don't care if they're reopening the wounds of Grenfell. They just want to use it as an electioneering tool to change people's perception on Jacob Rees-Mogg. So, go and touch base with this. Let's actually have a listen to what he says. Now, this is only a small snippet. Even this small snippet is out of context. If you really want to get a flavour of what this guy was saying at the time, go and listen to the whole interview. This guy didn't come into the office and start just, oh, by the way, see those guys for Grenfell, they're stupid, by the way. He was getting asked questions live on radio, and he was answering them to the best of his ability. I can't even believe I'm sounding like I'm defending this guy. I just can't call it. I can't sit here and not call out the bullshit of the hit piece that they're spinning from this. Anyway, let's have a wee listen. Some newspapers, clips are pish. Always take ages to run.
The tragedy came about because of the cladding, leading to the fire racing up the building, and then was compounded by the stay put policy. And it seems to me that that is the tragedy of it, that the more one's read over the weekend about the report and about the chances of people surviving, if you just ignore what you're told and leave, you are so much safer. And I think if either of us were in a fire, whatever the fire brigade said, we would leave the burning building. It just seems the common sense thing to do, and it is such a tragedy that that didn't happen, but I don't think it's anything to do with race or class, and indeed I think it's rather sad to raise these types of points over a great tragedy.
So, again, and even go and listen to it in greater context. Right, now, if you actually listen to what that guy was saying, and then you go and listen to, like, the BBC News Live, let's see if there's a clip of this here. It doesn't appear to be. Now, strange that the BBC's hit piece doesn't even actually have a clip, maybe for licensing or something, but I doubt it. A small clip of what Jacob Rees-Mogg actually said. They'll quite happily go down to Grenfell and get people in and around that area to respond to the out of context understanding of what he said, and then play that on the BBC. So to me, it's just and it won't be it's disgusting the way these politicians lower themselves to the level that they'll use these tragedies for political fucking capital. I know that is just politics. That's what politics is all about. Well, that's my genuine belief, and because it's such my genuine belief, when I see these parties acting like this, how the fuck can anybody go and vote for the Conservatives full of pricks like Jacob Rees-Mogg and Bobo Johnson? Who the fuck can go and vote for Labour, vote a fucking commies? And their political apparatus seem to be doing stunts like this, quite happy to use the deaths and events of Grenfell to score political points off of Jacob Rees-Mogg. They don't give a fuck if they're reopening the wounds of those people down in Grenfell. Don't give a flying fuck. How can anybody participate in this shit show? How? I'm going to go back to what I've been saying at almost every general election. Hold your own general election. Do not participate in this. In fact, do what you want. Do what the hell you want. Whatever's comfortable with you. I'm not here to fucking tell people what to and what not to do. Me, myself, personally, I cannot engage with this. I can't engage with it. If my opinion of what's really going on is anywhere near accurate, why would anybody fucking participate with this pish? There literally is nobody, not one person worth voting for. Nothing. It's all fake perception. They're all there spinning and lying and bullshitting you in a game of perception, and none of them are on seal. Not one fucking politician is Ron Seal. None of them do what it says in the fucking tin. You know what? That's a brilliant meme. A picture of Boris Johnson, Nigel Farage, Jeremy Corbyn on a tin of Ron Seal, and it says, doesn't do exactly what it says on the tin. Ah, fucking beautiful meme. Oh, wow. Anyway, I'm going to see if I can jivvy that up. So, I don't know. Try and not engage in an emotional level with all this political spin, muster, and bullshit. I'm no fan of Jacob Rees-Mogg. Far from it. But I can't participate because I'm not a fan of his. I can't just then start participating in a fake fucking campaign to just smear the guy, to make him be to sway the perception of the people. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed that. Remember what I do here. It's digital busking. Is all available and accessible free of charge. I'm going to do such a good job. You'll find value in what I do and use your spare change, not your life savings, in the Patreon and PayPal buttons down below. And a mega thanks to those who do. Thumbs up, share it with your friends, your family and your foes. Help the channel and the show grow. I rely on you guys and girls at home to do that. And tune in next Monday and Tuesday for the live shows. Alrighty, boob tubes, I'm good to go. Catchies.
Cips clips.